Good day and happy trading, everyone. So, uh, we have a strategy that is specific for all the strategies. It's called Kolopa strategy. Kolopa, which basically means, or literally translated in my language, to mop out everything, right? So it's able to mop out profits by way of spikes on boom 500 and by way of a trend on boom 1000 and crash 1000. So it's good for those particular individuals that have asked for a spiking strategy, uh, who dispense it onto the YouTube channel like we are doing it now for those people, and for those that might like it to trade some spikes, and you can always go for it. So it is important for us to look at the the setups, but I discovered this strategy coincidentally, in the sense that I'm one person that is strictly for 1000 from 1000 and crash 1000. But my friend, I gave this strategy because I was trying to upgrade the crossover volume 2. I wanted it to be volume 3, just trying to do one or two to my settings. But when I gave him the crossover volume 2, the improved version, he said it's working on from 500 and crash 500, and I tried to open from 500 and crash 500, and I discovered something. I discovered the it's indicating I can trade spikes and I can trade a trend, but the only problem was consistency. So you take the aspect of spikes on boom 500, you'll be able to trade spikes, and on boom 1000 you'll be able to trade some trends. The problem with 1000 pair is that if you want to go for spikes, they take long to happen, but on boom 500 it happens very well. So we've got two indicators, three indicators on the main chart, then we have one indicator on the on indicator window 1. I Like I said, I do not really go for strategies on window 1. So here on window 1, it is just to show us the overbought zone and the oversold zone, but these are not my main indicators. I don't deal with indicators most of the time. I might, but most of the times I don't deal with indicators on window 1 or window 2 or window 3. No, because they've got a tendency of stretching. They can give you a wrong signal, and when a spike happens they stretch, and that's when you see to say it wasn't an entry, or it wasn't a buy or a sell. So I have done away with them. So I want my main indicators to be on the main chart, then these ones can just aid my understanding of the if the market is oversold and oversold and overbought, rather, in this case. So we'll look at the setup on how for these indicators, but I would like to mention to say there's a couple of guys that have been inboxing me. They want strategies, but the thing is, for me, I would make it clear to say the strategies that are on YouTube are the only ones that are free. If you inbox me, that's a different story. So if you want a free strategy, it's a one that is on YouTube. You wait for the ones that I post on YouTube. But if you want something that is, if you want something from my inbox, it, those ones, they don't come for free. So, but let us look at how we can set up. But I've noticed to say MetaTrade 5 has updated their app, and I think the background is no longer white. So we look at how we can set up. So it has got 3 alligators. The first alligator, like as always, will be switching off. The fact that MT5 has changed the way they do things, so the way the background looks, so meaning for us to switch off certain indicators from the chart, we have to take them to black. So we have changed the color. So with this alligator, the first two, we're not dealing with them, so we switch off them. By way of color, we put them in black. Then the last one is the one that we want. So the last one, the period should be 4. Then the shift should be -1. The method should be simple. Then apply to close. Then you press done. We go to the second one. The second one, we switch off the first one, and the last one, we put them in black. Then the middle one is the one that we want. We put it in red. Then the values for this one should be 5. The period should be 5, and the shift should be -2 for the teeth -5, teeth period 5. Then the teeth shift should be -2. Then we come to the Ichimoku. The Ichimoku is a good indicator. It has several things that it has, about 5 components for you to use it, but we are switching off 4, so we are using 1. So it has the Kijusen, it has the Tekonsen, it has the Kijusen, and it has the Senkonspan B. So by default, it should look like that. So we're dealing with the second one, which is called the Kijusen. We remove the 26 and we put number 9. Then the first one, we take it to black. I'm removing it from the chart. The second one, we leave it like that in blue. The third one, black. Fourth one, black. The last one should be black as well. Then you press done like that. Or you see, basically you just pause and screenshot. Then the last one, we have the stochastic oscillator. So the stochastic oscillator, the first period should be 18, the second period should be 18, then swelling should be 1, then price field close method exponential. Then the main signal, the main style, you put it in black because we are removing it from the chart. Then we have the last one, which is the signal, we put it in red, right? Then you press done like that. So you should have something which looks like this on my chart. Then we said this is specific for BOM 500. It's not for 1000. It can work on 1000, but remember it takes long, so you might lose money. So it's specific for BOM 500. So we're adding. They are not on my chart. They are not on my chart because I'm not into them. So we open BOM 500. What are the entries? So boom, I need boom. Yeah. So what is the entry condition for you? This is boom and you want to sell, right? So you need a long trend. Coming from a long trend, then one spike happens. When that particular spike happens, like here, the spike happens and the Ichimoku reaches here, then the Ichimoku drags away from the alligators. It means another spike is about to happen, right? As long as it drags away from the alligator and it doesn't cut through it does not cut through the alligator again, right? Like here, it had to drag. It cut like this and it dragged like that. It means another spike will happen, right? So you enter, somebody would have caught this spike, then it dragged like that, right? It dragged like that. Somebody was supposed to stay in the market. then you see spikes happening. So when it goes upwards like that, it doesn't cut through the alligator. It means the spike is about to happen like that. So even here it drag like that. It means another spike is about to happen like that. Like that. You see? There is this dragging. There is this dragging. So it drags, then when a spike happens, it goes up like that and does not cut through the alligators. It means if it cuts one alligator, it means the spikes are still happening. If it cuts through both you, that is your exit, you come out. So let us notice from here, it was coming from a long trend, like right? A spike happens and you enter from there. Then it pulls up like that. Right? It pulls up like that. You notice here it didn't, the one that had cut through the alligator was a drag, not a pull up. This one, so it pulled up and didn't manage to cut through here. It means spikes were happening. So if you enter from the second spike here, you see the Ichimoku is below the alligator. It's a series of spikes that will happen. As long as it's below, then you notice it goes up, cuts through, then you come out, right? You come out. Then again you notice it goes below. It's a series of spikes. So even here it is the same thing. Even here it is the same thing, right? Even here these spikes still the same. Catch through, two spikes happen, it drags like that. There was this spike, you catch it. You were not supposed to log out unless you see it pulling up like this. This is your entry. You would still have um, uh, saved on your profit. So this one is awesome. It is amazing, right? So even for Crash 500, it is the same. Crash 500, it is the same, like that. This series. So as long as it is below the moving average, even if it has touched one alligator, it will still continue spiking. So this is uh, it. It's a good strategy, and thank you guys, and peace out.